Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at the Cardano chart but also the Bitcoin chart, and we start with Bitcoin. And today is again a little bit of an exciting day here for crypto holders. While as I talked about it yesterday, some of these cryptos like crypto.com, Mana and Sand are suffering a little bit. So I talked about profit taking yesterday before the dip today, very clearly. Glad I did. I reminded people of taking profits when we were at around $8, and just a little bit after that we've now seen the decline here. I also did take myself some profit for Mana, and I made the channel members aware of it. Now today we see therefore the remaining crypto market go up, while the other cryptos here, crypto.com, Sand and Mana, are declining. Now this is positive for Bitcoin, and we're taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. What we can see here, if you remember, we've come down here from the wave 3 at the top into the wave 4 correction down here. Have here this yellow target box. We came into it, as forecasted, and now I did say before that I would expect further price decreases because we haven't seen an impulsive move to the upside. Now this is the daily chart, so let me go into the 4-hour chart. It is getting exciting in my view, because what we can see here is that this, first of all, I thought, this could have been the wave 4, but I said, look, it's probably the case it will come down once more, and we did come down once more very briefly. So this must be the wave 4, at the moment at least, the large wave 4. Now, within this, what we had, also, if you remember, I showed it to you before, have a 5-wave structure to the downside. So 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Now the question is, was that already the 5 here? Or could the 5 come again? Now, or can another 5 come, because this wasn't the 5 in the end, the 5 will come further down here. If you know, an impulsive move in the world of Elliott Waves is always in a 5-wave structure, which we can here see very nicely. What we do now is possibly a breakout to the upside, because what we can see here, this structure, what we can see here, this breakout out of this triangle to the upside, it doesn't look very much like a continuation of this downward move anymore. This is now starting to look good, which means that we possibly have seen the wave 4 now here. I can't guarantee it yet, but it is getting more and more likely the higher we climb. I think as soon as we get above 60k, it's really not, or it's much more likely that we get higher here and that we continue our first way up. Until then, I think we could come down once more, but it's now getting less likely. What you see here is potentially the beginning of a reversal. We've got a double bottom here as well, and it starts to look much better. I want to say that clearly here. This is starting to look quite interesting now. So it could be that we really have seen the low here, which is really positive, I think, for anybody. It's just hard to interpret this as a continuation of the downward trend. Based also on the structure that we know from the Elliott Wave theory. So this is starting to look good. And as you might remember, we would expect then here a wave 5 to the upside in the region of 70 to 72k. That's what I would expect as a 5th wave to the upside here, which will be very beneficial for the crypto market. In my view, if that is the case, this retracement was really healthy. It was great. It was good to cool the market down, shook some of the weak hands out, and it helps us to extend the market cycle. Because if you go from here, straight away to 100k, it will just overheat the market massively. So good that we have seen a correction here, a cool down of the market. And in my view, it's looking good. So that's what I expect. As long as we are above 53.9k, I remain bullish. Looking at ADA has benefited as well today after Bitcoin's move to the upside. Cardano currently we can probably see it here on CoinMarketCap a little bit better, 6.5% in the green, which is good. I had a bit to catch up, and it's doing that now. Possibly also here, very similar story. We could have already seen now the low with Bitcoin having. I think it's unlikely that now Cardano will drop. If Bitcoin continues its way up, then I think Cardano will now follow. And yeah, I mean, this is still, however, not looking as strong as we've seen it on the Bitcoin chart. So what we could possibly see here, let me just see that, get the same pattern in. So possibly here a wave 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, and possibly I've seen the 5, yeah. Okay, yeah, so possibly I've already seen the 5, and the higher we now go here, the further we go up, the more difficult it will be to interpret this as a possible continuation of the downtrend. So at the moment, looking interesting also for Cardano. So possibly we've seen the low already. Nevertheless, we could come down further. You know, it would not invalidate this bullish scenario here for Cardano. Could come down, and my primary expectation would be here 145, but 125 would also be a possibility to remain still in the bullish scenario. But so far seem to have holding this here, and seem to follow Bitcoin here at the moment. Also here on the, let's just take a look here on the daily RSI. You know, we were nearly in the overbought level. Yesterday I said whenever we hit here really the overbought range, the last couple of times after that we really started to moon here. Honestly, we started to moon from the overbought range. This was the reversal from which we started to moon, and now we haven't come there yet. So maybe we come there once more, 145, and then this is also then possibly relating here to the overbought level. Sorry, did I say overbought? Oversold, I mean, oversold. This could mean that we get into the oversold range and then from there really go up much higher. Nevertheless, I remain extremely bullish on this chart, and this is not only because I like Cardano and the team. This is purely based on mathematics, purely based on the Elliott Wave method, the wave count, Fibonacci levels, and I see much higher prices here. And whoever is thinking differently, I'm sure you have a good explanation, but what you can see here is this chart is just looking good. It is repeating what we did before. It's the same pattern happening again, and we hit the same Fib levels again, and it's just pure mathematics. Honestly, it is. So yeah, waiting here for that bullish breakout to the upside, and I'm not gonna sell. I'm holding, I'm rather buying. I bought here at 165 or whatever. Again, the dip, someone said, you know, you always tell us you buy the dip, you should have run out of money, but of course I have income as well, so of course continue to buy, but also take profits like yesterday in Sand and Mana directly on time. Took profits today. I took some profits on the basic attention token, and yeah, it's and also a few days before I took profits on Avalanche before the dip as well. So I always make you aware in my Telegram and Discord channels when I take profits, when I go in orders or whatever. Whoever wants to see that, maybe consider a channel membership. You can find a link in the video description, and also next to the subscribe button you can find the link. Overall, ADA BTC doesn't look that great, I must say, because what we see here, we broke to the downside out of this descending wedge. Currently still hovering below that. The daily has closed outside of it. That's not great, I must say that. So I don't really know how to proceed from here, but yeah, just waiting what happens here then. Looks a bit like we had a retest here, tried to get back in, failed. So this obviously would suggest further continuation to the downside. On the other hand, the ADA USD is showing us now that we possibly could continue our way to the upside. So let's see what the market decides at the moment. But overall, anyway, even if we drop a little bit more now, I expect, as you know, and I'm very confident and I'm very clear in that. So it's not an either up or down. It is from here, somewhere very soon in this yellow box, we're going to continue. And the Elliott Wave targets give us at least a 440, 450 at least. Yeah, I'd rather say we come into the range of $5 in that next impulsive move to the upside. And if you know Cardano, you know it can happen very quickly and very strongly. There just needs to be the catalyst that people wake up and get interested in Cardano. And there is a lot of happening, you know, a lot of DApps coming out, a lot of DEXs. Did cover all the DEXs, or yeah, most of the DEXs, I think all the DEXs pretty much, in my last membership live stream. And it's looking interesting. Yeah, it's looking really interesting. So that's just as an update. Hope you liked that update video about Cardano. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.